NTA 10, Station for Excellence.
How market? My country people, how market? How market now on our ogbonge program to showcase to una different markets wey boku for markets all over Lagos, whether na clothes, home appliances, electronics, provisions, foodstuff, and any type of goods wey you dey find. Name am. How market na the show for una. You go fit know where dem dey sell am and how much dem dey sell am. And if you be market seller and you dey find program to showcase your products, goods and services, na how market be the show for you o. Join us every Wednesday by 7:30 p.m. on your ogbonge station for excellence, NTA Lagos Channel 10. For more inquiries, make una call 080-56-1-9. We dey ready for una.
Ina son dan sanda da a shirye yake ya bada taimakonsa a duk lokacin da aka buƙace shi.
Ina buƙatar kayan aiki domin in gudanar da aiki na yadda ya kamata.
Ina son ɗan sandan da ba zai ci zarafina ba ko ya kama ni ba tare da wani dalili ba.
Ina so a ɗauke ni da mahimmanci akan aikina ta yanda mutane masu gaskiya ba za su dinga tsoro na ba.
Ina son ɗan sandan da ba zai tambaye ni na gora ba.
Ina son albashi mai kyau kuma a biya ni akan lokaci.
Shin hakan zai iya yiwuwa?
Da ingantaccen dokoki.
Ingantacciyar hanyar samar da kudaden gudanarwa. Horaswa?
Da kuma haɗin kan al'umma.
Yana iya yiwuwa.
Yana iya yiwuwa.
Yana iya yiwuwa.
There is only one station that others look up to. A station where professionalism and class come to play. So in whatever we do, be it news, sports, politics, information and culture, even in entertainment, tourism, education, documentaries and kids programming, we set the standard others want to beat. NTA 10, no one does it better. NTA 10, Station for Excellence.
On the news tonight, First Lady Oluremi Tinubu charges on collaboration, synergy for national and personal development. Youth Development Ministers assume office, pledge commitment to youth welfare. Plus, latest in the world of entertainment. A very good evening to you, and it's good to have you join us on News at 7 on NTA Lagos Channel 10. I am Hanoluwapo Iluwatoki. When the chiefs sit down, women must lean on one another and seek help from other women who have had similar experiences so that they can get better and become a source of inspiration to others. First Lady Oluremi Tinubu stated this at the 2023 National Women Conference organized by the Committee of Wives of Lagos State Officials. The reports.
It's the 23rd edition of the National Women's Conference that brings together women who support their spouses in public service to offer good governance. The theme of the conference, Unleash Your Potentials, is encouraging women to strive to be agents of positive change through their contributions to nation building. First Lady Oluremi Tinubu, who declared the conference opened, urged women to be there for one another and the spirit of oneness, which was the foundation of the conference.
When women are empowered, society thrives. I call upon each and every one of you to embrace the theme of this conference, Unleash Your Potential, not only for your benefit, but for your individual states and the benefit of our beloved nation. Let us continue to strive towards a nation where every woman can truly contribute to the prosperity and the progress of our country.
Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu assured the gathering that more initiatives will be unveiled to support women development.
It's only when all of you in this room unleash those potential that the impact of what we're doing in government can be fully realized. And I want to encourage you that it is not just a talk shop, it is a conference for you to rethink, to rebirth, and to rededicate and recommit yourselves to whatever you find your hands doing.
Dear women, we are all at that point right now to make our moves. So I charge you, don't wait for the things to happen. Go and make things happen. Be relevant.
There were goodwill messages from dignitaries present.
The governor's wives that are here, if there's anything you need to learn, please learn and take it away from here.
The 3-day National Women Conference will feature several breakout sessions on socio-economic issues to reposition women for national development. In Lagos, Musa Tolia, NTA.
Moving on, about 3.9 tons of seized illegal wildlife, specimen of pangolin scales, and another 110 kilograms of python skins, leopard and crocodiles, altogether weighing 4,000 kilograms, have been incinerated by the National Environmental Standard Regulation and Enforcement Agency, NESRA. Charles Alpha reports.
Pangolins are among the most trafficked mammals in the world, partly because their scales are in great demand for use in traditional medicine in Asia, where their meat is also considered a delicacy. As pangolin populations in Asia declines, shipments from Africa have greatly increased to meet soaring demand, with Nigeria being a transit hub for some African countries and beyond. In Nigeria, it is one of the endangered species, beside python, tiger, leopard, and crocodile, prohibited under the Nigerian Wildlife Act. Today, after 9 years, NESRA, the National Environmental Standard Regulation and Enforcement Agency, the Ministry of Environment, and the United States Embassy on Wildlife are here to give a strong warning to traffickers as they incinerate the seized stockpiles.
We are sending a very strong message to them that they should desist from this illegal shipment. Certainly we go after them. We will always confiscate this item and they will be prosecuted.
We are against wildlife trafficking, wildlife product trafficking, especially in endangered species. And so this is a big triumph, I think, today for Nigeria.
Nigeria has a reason in her game to protect the environment, to protect her wildlife. And Nigeria would no longer be the transit hub for these illegal activities.
By this act, the agency hopes to preserve and conserve Nigeria's biodiversity as it takes steps to prevent these animals from extinction.
Away from wildlife, Nigeria's and China's partnership has been identified as a symbiotic one aimed at achieving global impact. Consulate General of the People's Republic of China in Nigeria, Yan Yuqing, made this known at the 10th anniversary of the Belt and Road Initiative in Lagos. The reports.
With the theme, Renew the Hope with the Belt and Road Initiative, the 10th anniversary of the Belt and Road Initiative, BRI, Consulate General of China in Nigeria, Yang Yuqing, explains that the economy of China has made tremendous progress as the country made remarkable gross domestic product in the first half of 2023. She said that over the years, through the Belt and Road Initiative, China has contributed to the growth of African countries through the building of schools, hospitals, and clinics in the region.
We had made a lot of cooperation, good results in the future in the field of infrastructure, investment and trade, and cooperation, education, culture, and so on. So I'm confident Nigeria and China will have more cooperation chance opportunity for the future.
Confirming what the Consulate General said, other speakers said that African countries, especially Nigeria, has benefited from the initiative.
The increase in exports and imports have facilitated an influx of Chinese companies into Nigeria. And as such, they need workers, they need talents, they need a workforce. Now, this workforce comes from the Confucius Institute at the University of Lagos, where students get trained to learn Chinese. And after learning their Chinese, they develop the concept, the idea of working with Chinese enterprises. Now, working with Chinese enterprises has brought a lot of potentials for them. On the one hand, they get to develop new skills and talents. On the other hand, they get to imbibe Chinese civilization. And on the third hand also, they branch out in their own little way to start their own enterprises. So it is multifaceted and it's very, very encouraging, the effects of the BRI on the educational sector.
They added that despite China's role in providing aid to African countries, it has never interfered in the socio-political existence of Africa. The Belt and Road Initiative, BRI, since its launch in 2013, has helped host communities through foreign direct investment aid and infrastructure investment. In Lagos, Nerut Nina Musa, NTA News.
Meanwhile, her holistic approach to youth development in Nigeria is to be adopted with a pledge to unveil a roadmap for the ministry. Ministers of Youth Development Jamila Ibrahim and Ayodele Olawande stated these upon assumption in office. Olayinka Ojo reports.
After being sworn in by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu at the Federal Executive meeting as Minister of Youth Development and that of State for Youth Development, they are ready to pilot the affairs of the Ministry of Youth. Their appointments is not just a milestone in the nation's progress, but emphasizes the importance and the role young population play in national development. Now, they are ready to ensure that the renewed hope agenda of the present administration for young people is achieved and challenges youth face in the country addressed.
It cuts across, and it has to be a holistic, approach to development. And we must, hear from everyone to know where we stand as a ministry, and then we work together to design a plan for where we want to go.
All I can say for now is that God bless you.
Received by the permanent secretary and directors of the ministry, the ministers appealed to all to join hands in serving the nation selflessly, as it is the only way to make a significant impact and bring about positive change. Olayinka Ojo, NTA News.
You're still watching news at 7 on NTA Lagos Channel 10. We'll be back after this timer. Please don't go away.
Lucky Spring from 1xBet. Take part in promotion with cool prizes. Bet on any sports events. Get tickets. Have a chance to win cool prizes. The more you bet, the greater your chances. Use promo code to get a welcome bonus right now.
The NTA Lagos Channel 10 hereby advise the general public to make their suggestions, observations, and complaints on our transmission and programs to the following numbers: 006-286-9036 or 0810-910-6416, or email us at ntalagoschannel10gm@gmail.com or lagozone@nbc.gov.com.
NTA 10, station for excellence.
Jackpot of the week. Place bets and hit the jackpot. Log into the 1xBet account Click on the Take Part button. Place bets and take part in the jackpot draw. Feel like a winner with OneXBet. Use promo code to get a bonus on your first deposit.
Glad to know you're still there. You're still watching news at 7 on Lagos Channel 10. Somali Cable Television's director Abdel Fattah Mohalim Noor killed in suicide bomb blast. Emmanuel Francis has details of these and more on foreign news.
Noor, known as Keys, who is described by colleagues as an exceptional and inspiring journalist, tragically became the first journalist to lose his life in Somalia this year, according to a Somalian local media. The Al-Qaeda-affiliated militant group, Al-Shabaab, claimed responsibility for the suicide attack at Blue Sky Restaurants. Alongside Keys' tragic passing, 4 others were injured near the presidential palace. Information Minister Duad Awis strongly condemned the cowardly acts. The National Union of Somali Journalists, NUSOJ, expressed deep shock over the senseless and brutal killing of Noor, who was director of the privately owned Somali Cable Television. They emphasized that his outstanding career and steadfast commitments have profoundly influenced Somali journalism, motivating numerous young journalists to strive for excellence. Moving on, thousands of people in Gaza have gathered at the Rafah border crossing with Egypt as diplomatic efforts continue before Israel starts its expected ground operation. But the United Nations says that there had been no progress in negotiations on reopening of the crossing. All routes out of Gaza are closed as Israel continues its airstrike in response to Hamas' attack of 7th October. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken arrived in Israel on Monday for the second time in less than a week. After his tour of 6 Arab states in the region, he returned to the country in an attempt to push for the reopening of the crossing to let in humanitarian aid and evacuate foreign passport holders. And that's all for foreign news. I am Emmanuel Francis.
Veteran music executive D1 highlights difficulty of producing conscious music amidst a morally decadent generation. Divine James has the details.
Veteran music executive Dayo Adeneye, aka D1, has said it's now difficult for artists to make conscious music because of the level of moral decadence in this generation. Speaking in the latest episode of the Honest Bunch podcast, D1 said conscious music would not be commercially successful in today's world. He said right now, the world is not ready to listen to anything conscious. He said this generation that doesn't know the agenda that you want to preach conscious lyrics to. Moving on, singer Tobechukwu Oko, popularly known as Peruzzi, has bragged of being the brain behind Davido's hit songs Unavailable and Whiskey. Peruzzi, a signee of Davido's record label DMW, made this known in a video on Instagram while sharing a freestyle session in the studio where he bragged about his pen game. And this is all on Entertainment News. I am Divine James.
Many thanks, Divine, for that entertainment tidbits. Up next is Sport Updates with Gift George as our guide.
Super Eagles head coach Jose Peseiro says the victory against the Mambas of Mozambique is a moral booster ahead of the team's 2026 World Cup qualifiers, which begins in November. The Nigerian national football side Monday evening defeated the Mambas of Mozambique by 3-2 in an international friendly match.
You must put more concentration for finishing. You cannot allow this team with 10. Our team is better than this team. In the second half, you manage the ball, you do well.
So we have a task ahead of us. Let us see. Believe in the team. I think we have a very strong team.
Still on football, onto the local scene. Ahead of the 2023-24 Nigerian National League, a 5-day coaching course is ongoing at the Remo Star Stadium, put together by the board of the NNL in collaboration with the Nigerian Institute for Sports. The program, tagged Upgrading NNL Coaches in Modern Football Coaching Techniques, has about 40 coaches participating, with some ex-internationals as resource persons alongside the UEFA licensed coach. The idea is to make the second-tier league more attractive and competitive by ensuring that the coaches are up to date on the scientific and modern approach to the game.
If you don't get very knowledgeable coaches, there's no way you will get a tactical team. There's no way your players will play with brain. And the only way the coaches can impact on the players is for them to top-notch.
Apart from this, we are also going to now to also do the capacity building for all coaches in Lagos State.
Still talking football, the 2023 Lagos Street Soccer has kicked off in Surulere, Lagos, with ceremonial matches in the under-15 men and women categories. The tournament, which focuses on positively engaging the youth in the community and giving them a platform to showcase their talents, returned to Lagos after 9 years with season 8.
Outside, getting our youths to be engaged and getting them off the streets, it also giving them the opportunity and platform for them to be discovered so that they can take it to the next level.
We have intention to build this street soccer thing into a full-fledged futsal league, which is going to be indoor.
Over 3,000 teams with about 30,000 players are taking part in the competition, which will end in December 2023. With sports updates, Gift George, NTA News.
On that note, we wrap up the news at 7 on NTA Lagos Channel 10. Benga Oloyede is standing by for the Yoruba translation of the news. I am Hanoluapo Eluwatoki. Good evening.
ẹ kú àṣálẹ́ ẹ sì kú déédéé àsìkò yìí àkójọpọ̀ ìròyìn ló ń dé sí etí ìgbọ́ yín láti iléeṣẹ́ amóhùnmáwòrán ìjọba àpapọ̀ tó wà ní ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó. Gbẹ̀ngà Olóyèdè ni oníròyìn, ìròyìn rèé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́. Ní àsìkò tí okun àti agbára bá já ènìyàn kulẹ̀ bí ẹni kò lè gbápá gbẹ́sẹ̀ mọ́, wọ́n ní irú bí àsìkò báyìí ló yẹ fún àwọn obìnrin láti gbé apá lé èjìká ara wọn fún ìrànlọ́wọ́ tó jọjú, kí wọ́n sì béèrè fún ìrànlọ́wọ́ tó yẹ ní ọ̀dọ̀ obìnrin ẹlẹgbẹ́ wọn tí ó ti la irú bí ìdojúkọ náà kọjá rí, kí wọ́n bá lè di obìnrin alágbára olókun tó jí pépé síwájú sí i. Bákan náà kí wọ́n bá lè jẹ́ ọ̀kan nínú obìnrin tó kún fún àpẹẹrẹ rere fún àwọn ìyókù ẹlẹgbẹ́ rẹ̀ láti ṣàwòkọ́ṣe. Aya ààrẹ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà Olúrẹ̀mí Tinubu ló gbé gbólóhùn ọ̀rọ̀ náà kalẹ̀ níbi àpérò ìgbìmọ̀ àpapọ̀ tàwọn obìnrin tí àwọn aya òṣìṣẹ́ ìjọba ẹ̀ka tìpínlẹ̀ Èkó tó ṣolùgbọ̀wọ́ rẹ̀ ètò náà. Àwọn àjọ tó mójútó ètò àyíká àti agbègbè lábẹ́ ìṣàkóso ìjọba àpapọ̀ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà ti gba àwọn ohun alápẹ̀rẹ̀ bíi àkìkà tí a lè gbé sórí òṣùwọ̀n àti àwọn abẹ̀mí òmíràn tó tó ní ìwọ̀n kìlógíráàmù bíi awọ òjòlá, àmọ̀tẹ́kùn àti awọ ọ̀nì tí wọ́n tún tó ní ìwọ̀n kílò ẹgbàájì ní àwọn àjọ tó mójútó ètò àyíká àti agbègbè tí wọ́n jẹ́ àjọ adámọ̀lẹ́kùn ní ẹ̀ka tí a mọ̀ sí NETRA gbà láì fi ìgbà kankan nínú. Ọ̀nà tí ó wúlò jùlọ fún gbogbogbò fún ti ìdàgbàsókè tàwọn ọ̀dọ́ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà ló yẹ láti gba àgbàwọlé rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú ẹ̀jẹ̀ ṣíṣàfihàn ọ̀nà tó yegere fún ti ẹ̀ka tó mójútó ètò àti ìlànà ìdàgbàsókè tàwọn ọ̀dọ́ ní orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà. Mínísítà tó mójútó ètò tàwọn ọ̀dọ́ orílẹ̀-èdè yìí àti ìdàgbàsókè ọ̀gbẹ́ni Jamila Ibrahim àti Ayọ̀délé Ọláwándé ló gbé gbólóhùn ọ̀rọ̀ náà kalẹ̀ ṣáájú ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́ ṣíṣe wọn ní ọ́fíìsì tí wọn yóò ti mú iṣẹ́ wọn ṣe. Tọ́ kò sọ́jọ́ ta sùn ta jí tí ò rẹni, ọpẹ́ làwọn máa dúró àdídáràn. Míkà Mípè ti wà níkàlẹ̀ láti mú ìyókù ròyìn wá fún ilé-èdè Ògùn. Gbẹ̀ngà Olóyèdè ń kí yín, ire o.
Chile mi kwabo mi kudo wajai mi kudo tito linle na se mitezo NTA channel 10 awoni ma teton mekpe mika we linle no to din yonu sile po to gbo Nigeria to me wonu na ye pli we ehe asi to ga Nigeria ton Olúrẹ̀mí Tinubu si asi we do ehe to wonena ye pri do wonena we de pepe nde medeja yi we ogbena pona tinto ye cheche na do so ga he o me motongo fon we to di dodo eje na yonu sire po ni kan lo do po bo wa zon vive na nu kan yi to gbo Nigeria ton moga to awale poji na yi ni do so ga yin ehe yin yonu eje na apaje to gbo Nigeria ton me mo eto vive yonu sire po do yi ni wa zon do kun do po me he gan dudu to gbo Nigeria ton na nu kan yi yonu sire ton eyin asi to ga Nigeria ton ene Olúrẹ̀mí Tinubu do ehe to wone na yonu sire po eyin asi azon wa to le ton to aholuzon we le wone na ye pri to àwọn ni maten to tagbeso yonu sire ton to àwọn ni maten to okwe 2023 ton me we eyin asi to ga Nigeria ton ze oko ehe boda ite so adi ton ene ewe pede we ehin ahutu gonu kani gbe kani leton ye wule to medele si ye do gbe kani di kweken devole di ehin olo moga ye so wule kani devole di ehin po kani temeteme devole po si ahutu gonu we ye wule do medele si to ehin ayima telome ye do ehin ayima ten si o senzon wa tole po do sengo pon tole to ayima tele me we wule o mehe le to wona na ye wule me ne le we ye to zizo to me na ehin to vi to gbo Nigeria ton le po do me de pepe he ye wule po o nu mo to ngole po we ye na yi o semba do ho ye credit de eje do ye to vive me le po do ye ni bojo ehin o wa mo to ngole do na kani mo to ngole ni ka bu bo ye ma do mo ye to le do me le de pepe moga ye to vive me le po do ye ni dia lo son ehin azon mo to ngole me de pepe igbenu yi azon ene wa to gbo Nigeria ton me ye do tito ni lo ba si tito de bo e ma sogbe mo e ma je kere di tin to semele do bo e ve me le po do ye ni do alo tena tito mo to ngo vivenu da o yin o nu he kan to gbo Nigeria ton do gbon ehin ogbe pipli wi ame vile ton eyin wi ame vi o we o da o to gbo Nigeria ton e ko fo a wi ha me ye ton moto ehin aholusen to gbo Nigeria ton me we ye do to din do ye na do vivenu talara na ehin no kun pepe go heje na o me moto ngole monga to woni na me de pepe na ye do ason kan ye do ye na do viven le po do eyin wiwura le po eje woni na me de pepe na ehin wi ame vi eto aholusen to gbo Nigeria ton me we de pepe nu e me de na ye do ason kan e na ba si onude bo ye na do ya wiwura heje na me de ni ka to obudi na do yi o me moto ngole to ason kan we ye do ehin nukun pe go to wi ame vi enele ton we ehin sun yin to woni na ye pri to ehin àwọn ni imaten bo ye do ye to viven le podo na ene ni do yin beba si do ehin nukun pipe go eje na ehin wi ame vi eko fo wi ame da o to gbo Nigeria ton bo to aholusen le mechele mi hafo na woja e ton kaka je so mi na so pe eiza